from the program?
So to be very honest, I have heard about this Six Sigma, Lean Six Sigma training from our GMs. So he was talking about this training. So, and a few days back only I've seen it on Food Kida. So I thought to join.
Fantastic. Sure. Next participant, anyone you would like to introduce? And there are a lot of people
Yeah.
introducing in the chat box.
Yeah, this is Minalini. I'm working currently in Taco Bell, India, and basically based out in Bangalore, and I'm looking after the regional South regions. And I have joined the Six Sigma Greenfield to enhance my skill.
Great, madam. Great, great. Okay.
Yes,
Others?
Himanshu Radha this side. I'm a retired army officer, a major, was working with the artillery regiment, and currently I'm handling, audit and compliance role, and also, managing the operation plus management role in a public limited company. Before that, I, attended, so many, what we call sessions and the programs which can, help me to enhance my skill. And that is why today I'm here to attend this program, which can help me to actual, enhance my more skills uh, by attending this Six Sigma program.
Perfect, perfect. Sure. Yes. Others
Hi, sir.
want to make use of this? Yeah.
My name is Deepak Deite. I have completed my Bachelor of Commerce and done my MBA from the Business Management from the Wellington University, and I currently working with a stockholding corporation where I work in the operation department. It's basically in operation and finance, and I joined this course for the enhance my skill on to the daily doing the operation activities which we can achieve the more than in my current organization, sir.
Perfect, perfect. Okay. All right. All of you done with the introduction? That means we are ready to get into the, the training session. So I could see a lot of introduction in the chat box. At the outset, I would like to wish all of you, in fact, congratulate all of you for having taken a wonderful decision. You have taken two good decisions. You know what are those decisions? Any guess? You have taken two good decisions. One is you have decided to equip yourself as a certified Six Sigma yellow belt. No doubt on that. Another thing is you have landed on a very correct platform. A platform which can straight away position you on the top 5% of the Six Sigma belts in the entire market without any doubt. All that required is your willingness and commitment to learn maximum from this program. Right? I'm really proud to say that we are capable enough, to provide you the knowledge as much as you want in the field of Lean Six Sigma. So with that note, congratulating all of you, I'm going to take you through my first session. I strongly suggest all of you to
Excuse me,
remain
sir.
interactive.
Sir,
Yes.
excuse me, sir. Sir, I'd like to
Ah,
have
yes,
attendance, sir, before getting in the session.
Oh, you want attendance, sir? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Participants,
So,
please come on video. So we want to have attendance of every one of you. You can use the
we have no issues you staying on the video. In fact, that would be really appreciated because we get a feel of being in the same classroom, and the interaction can be much better. So at least those of you who cannot turn on your camera, whenever you want to interact, that moment you can come on video, and it will be easy for us to give the proper attention and then answer your query in a better manner. So with that note, I'm just sharing my screen. Okay. One more time, I request participants to confirm my presentation visibility and my audio. Is that everything fine for you?
Yes.
All good?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Fantastic.
sir.
Hope the recording is also going on, right? Yeah. Okay. So welcome all of you to the first session on Certified Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt Training Program. This is going to be introductory session. And this is going to make all the difference, right? The foundation knowledge for you to gain enough motivation and so that you can upgrade your knowledge level and upgrade your skill whenever they are required in your career. So Lean Six Sigma for operational excellence. And of course, this is my profile that has been already read. You know very well. And this is what is going to be our first part. Understanding what is Six Sigma performance and understanding operational excellence. We'll also understand how Six Sigma is different from other approaches. Very important process improvement approach. History of Lean and Six Sigma. Knowing the history is also important. And then the methodology prescribed by Six Sigma, which is DMAC methodology. And what is this DMAC? The significance of each of the phase and various tools and techniques in the DMAC methodology and various belt levels. When you call yourself as a Six Sigma yellow belt, what does it exactly mean? Or if you become a green belt, what does it exactly mean? What are your responsibilities and what are your capabilities? We are going to understand. And then there is also a case study. The case study, either I will present it in the beginning itself or definitely towards the end. I'll present a case study so that you understand how all these tools can be used in a real-time scenario. And then question and answer. But feel free to ask me the question even during the session. If I'm explaining a particular slide and if you are not able to understand anything, you need to stop me and then ask the question there itself, right? So you have that liberty to do that. Okay. So what is Six Sigma performance? Some of you might have already heard Six Sigma performance means we are aiming for a near perfection. We are aiming for a near perfection, close to 100% capability. To have an example, you all know the Dabbawalas. Am I correct? Dabbawalas in Mumbai. Mumbai is a city with a thick population of about 30 million. There are a group of 5,000 people who are called Dabbawalas. They are involved in offering a service. They just collect your lunch bag from your house, bring it to your workplace, hand over at the right time. And on the same day evening, they will collect it from your office and hand over it in your house. This is the kind of service they are providing. In a day, they carry out about 2 lakh transactions. In one day, how many transactions they complete? 2 lakhs transaction. And you can imagine the kind of people who are involved in the job. You can see the kind of vehicle they are using. Some of them are using the normal bicycle. Some of them are using tricycle. And some of them are using some other kind of vehicles. And someone might even use public transportation. And you can also understand the kind of people who are actually working in terms of age group, in terms of education level. That means there is, a lot of diversification you can see. But in spite of all of this, variation, they could perform like this. Look at the level of performance. They make one mistake in 16 million transactions. How many transactions I told you in one day? In one day, they make 2 lakh transactions. So to complete 16 million transaction, can you tell me how many days it might require? Simple calculation. Max.
8 days.
1 day. How many days?
8 days.
No. It's not 8 days. As a Six Sigma expert, you are going to be, very strong in dealing with the data and calculation and little analytics. So 16 million means 1 million is 10 lakhs, right?
Yeah.
1 million is 10 lakhs. So 16 million is 160 lakhs. And per day, how many transactions they complete? 2 lakhs.
2 lakhs.
2 lakhs.
So how many days it will require to complete 16 million transaction?
80 days.
80 days. It takes 80 days to complete 16 million transaction. But out of 16 million transaction, how many mistake they commit normally? Just one mistake. Forbes magazine, they have released an article highlighting their performance. They mentioned that their performance is well above Six Sigma. Their performance is well above Six Sigma because in Six Sigma, we talk about 3.4 DPMO. We talk about 3.4 DPMO, where DPMO stands for defects per million opportunity. But look at their performance. One mistake in 16 million, this is much, much ahead of Six Sigma capability. Much ahead of Six Sigma capability. Can you tell me what could be the magical reason behind these kind of people demonstrating such a high level of performance? Just one mistake out of 16 million transaction or one customer complaint out of 80 days. Could you guess what could be the magical reason?
Consistency.
Consistency. Very good. Come on, all of you can speak out.
Food
Whatever you
quality.
think could be the reason. Yes. Come on.
Well-defined
And-
process.
Very good. Well-defined process. Fantastic. Well-defined
Systematic
process.
approach.
Systematic approach, well-defined process, well-defined system. Come on. I want all of you to share. I could see all of you, experienced people being part of this program. So you all can share. Well-defined system, well-defined process. What else?
Corrective actions.
Continuous improvement.
Consistency. Fantastic. Continuous improvement. They adopt continuous improvement. They learn from the failure and internalize the learning. Thereby, they don't make the mistake again. These are very important principles.
The teamwork.
Any other
Corrective measure.
corrective measure? Yes. Corrective
Teamwork.
measure.
Agreed SLA. Agreed SLA.
Yes. SLA. Okay.
Timely action.
Fantastic. Yes. As you
Relationship between customer.
wow, relationship with the customer. They have understood, their customers well, and so they could perform without
Time
any
management, sir.
time management. Time management. Yes.
Needs and
All
expectations.
come again.
Needs and expectations.
Needs and expectation. Yes. Yes, all these
Yes,
keywords
Shankar,
are
but-
absolutely right. I really appreciate. Yes, Adib, you want to say something?
So there's very less discrepancies because they always function from one time to another. Like it's usually from 9 to 10 or in the mornings only. So it's a standard time. That's what I meant to say. But I think that's already covered.
Correct. Yes, the process is, yes, repeatable in nature. The same transaction, they need to repeat every single day, maybe at the same time. Yes, that's what we call it process, right? Particularly when processes are repeatable in nature. If there is a scope for failure, then failure will also get repeated. They designed a system, they designed the process so beautifully that there is no scope for a failure. Can you see that, all of you? Right? They designed their system, designed their process in a way that they could prevent the failure in spite of having lot of scope for variation. The variation in terms of the age, in terms of the knowledge. Look at the knowledge level of the people. None of them, are well educated, or none of them have undergone training like this. Even with the kind of average and below average people, they managed to deliver performance like one mistake in 16 million. It is purely because of the systems and process behind. The system and process is more intelligent than the people who are involved in the work. So that The process and the system, by virtue of its intelligence, it guides people to deliver defect-free results. All of you, can you see that here? Maybe color coding and maybe some kind of numbering system. All that, whatever you said, continuous improvement and all that, yes, they were open to it, and then, they could achieve such a level of performance, and they appeared in Forbes magazine. This is clearly well above the Six Sigma performance. They are known as traditional Dabbawalas. And now coming on to the other side, modern Dabbawalas, Swiggy and Zomato, right? So they do
Yes.
offer similar service. They do bring food for you, but not from your house, but from the nearby restaurant, whom you prefer. Now tell me, are you happy with their service? This Zomato, Swiggy, you might have ordered, you might have placed thousands of orders. Are you happy every time when you place order, or are you experiencing any dissatisfaction?
Sometimes yes, sometimes
Come
no.
on. Sometimes
It's
yes.
different every time.
Sometimes.
It's different
Sometimes
every
delays in
time.
delivery.
Okay, so let me reframe my question. Are they also performing, at the Six Sigma level?
Definitely no.
Definitely
No.
not. That means failures are happening frequently in comparison to a Six Sigma process. Because Six Sigma process means we almost make the defect impossible. Even if someone wants to commit a mistake, process and the system will not allow. In such a manner, the intelligence is built in the system so that, even an average people as a team, can deliver the result. So coming to the Swiggy or Zomato, yes, there are some failures happening. And can you highlight few failures, that lead to customer dissatisfaction?
Delivery time. Sometimes it is less, sometimes it is more.
Delivery time,
This
yes.
charges.
Yes, absolutely, I agree. Delivery time. Sometimes they take time more than what has been committed at the time of booking. They say that the food will be delivered in 30 minutes, but even after 30 minutes, food, has not reached your place. Yes. Delivery time.
Or approach towards
Poor
If it is
packaging.
Poor packaging
poor
damage.
packaging, yes, the food packaging got damaged during the transit, and we don't like it to be, that way. Second kind of defect.
Yes.
The first failure
Foreign
is
particles.
what is that? Third one?
Foreign particles.
Foreign particles. Okay. You mean to say, now you are
Hygiene, sir.
talking about food quality, right?
Hygiene. Food
Yeah,
quality,
hygiene.
yes.
Food quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, food quality. I think Swiggy or Zomato, they are responsible only for the delivery of the food. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that is
Yes, sir. They are only
The
delayed
taste,
for
Yes,
the taste of the food, what has been offered by the hotel, they have less control over there. Probably in a long run that will be taken care. But right now, they also entered recently in the market, and now they have a good presence. Probably in the future, they will even filter the hotels, right? Based on the input given by you. But right now it is out of the scope. So two failures we could definitely accept. One is delayed time. Another thing is damaged package. What else are possible?
Incorrect
Some-
items delivered.
Incorrect
sometimes
items. Yes,
yeah,
incorrect items. So you ordered some food, but the food that is meant for some other order, the order got, exchanged somehow.
Yes.
You ordered a vegetarian menu and a non-vegetarian menu has been served to you. I don't know whether you are happy about it or unhappy about it, right?
Yes.
So that kind of things also can happen. The third type of failure. The fourth type of failure. The person who is, yes,
Delivery
madam.
charges.
So charges.
Delivery?
Delivery charges.
Oh, delivery charges. Yeah, coming to the cost. Yes, of course. Cost also drives customer satisfaction.
Yes, sir.
See, customer satisfaction is driven by several factors. If Swiggy could charge lesser than Zomato, then everybody will move to Swiggy. If Zomato charge lesser than Swiggy, then everybody will come to
Yes.
Zomato. That means
Zomato.
definitely I agree. Cost is another driver of satisfaction. Very good. So far we dealt about three failure: delayed delivery, poor packaging leading to damage. And the third one, wrong delivery, delivering a wrong item. You ordered idli, but then dosa is there inside. Or vegetarian, you ordered vegetarian and non-vegetarian has come. The fourth form of delivery, failure could be the behavioral aspect of the delivery boy. He might, behave rudely, maybe not using these are all certain things. Four things, and the fifth one is cost also, right? Cost we will, consider little later. How many types of failures now we consider? 4. All right.
Yes.
If your service fails with regard to any of these 4 requirements, these are customer requirement. Every time an order is placed, an item must reach within the committed delivery time. If that's not happening, that's a failure, right? There is a non-conformance. Item must be delivered within 30 minutes, but you are actually taking more than 30 minutes. Can you see a non-conformance here with respect to a specific requirement of the customer? Every non-conformance is a failure. We are going to call it as defect. We are going to call it as a defect. Defect is not only possible in a physical product. Defect is possible even in a service also. Even if your product is virtual. For example, in my slide, if I write the spelling of performance wrongly, can I consider that as a defect?
Yes.
Wherever there is a non-conformance, not conforming to the customer's requirement, is a defect. If that happens, you must accept your failure. And then you must learn from the failure. You must learn from the failure, and that knowledge you must internalize in your process in a way that the same failure should not happen again. Slowly, steadily. This is called continuous improvement philosophy. Every time a failure happens, yes, we learn from it, and then we improve on it. We upgrade our process, and then we sustain the improvement, and that's how we go. This is called continuous improvement philosophy. So one failure we understood, the second one, and now the first one itself. How Swiggy or Zomato know they are making a failure or not? Do you think they will be able to understand the failure without measuring anything?
By feedback.
Customer.
By some manner, they must measure their own performance, isn't it? So like today's training program, how it is, how it went for the participants,
By rating,
we need
sir.
to do a survey. We need to ask a feedback from you. Same manner, Swiggy or Zomato, they will also be collecting feedback. But certain data you can collect in real time, it will be more accurate. Feedbacks, there could be some limitation, isn't it? It depends on people's mindset at the time of giving the feedback. If they are so tired, they will simply give 1 for 5, assuming that 1 is the best. So the chances of getting inaccurate finding is high in certain type of data. But if you can collect data in real time, for example, the delivery time, they have OTP system. The moment you place the order, automatically the clock will be running. That will be registering the time, and the time the food is delivered, and the delivery time is calculated by the system itself. Can you see some measurement happening in real time? When you measure the characteristics in using certain measurement system, then such data are more accurate. But certain things you can't measure. For example, the behavioral aspect of the delivery boy, you have to have survey. You have to conduct a survey randomly, or for every customer, an executive has to make a call and understand, sir, how was your delivery experience? Is that delivery boy talk politely? and is he dressed well? So many, specific questions you have to ask to understand your level of performance. All of you are with me on this?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Because
Yes, sir.
what
Yes,
gets
sir.
measured can only get improved. If you can't measure, and obviously, you will not be able to improve. So that's why these companies, they measure their performance with respect to the delivery time, with respect to the packaging, with respect to the delivery boy's behavior, right? And sometimes through survey, sometimes measuring the data in a real-time manner. But but then, definitely they have a lot to improve to come to the Six Sigma capability of 3.4 DPMO. Six Sigma capability means 3.4 DPMO, which again means only 3 or 4 defects are possible out of 1 million opportunity. Out of 1 million opportunity. In the case of delivery, how many failures we considered? 4. How many failures we considered? 4 types of failure.
Oh.
This is known as defect opportunity. This is known as defect opportunity or the failure opportunity. All of you understand the meaning of the word opportunity? In a particular product or a particular service, 4 types of defects are possible or 4 types of failures are possible. And so the defect opportunity is 4. So if there are 1 million opportunities, how many defects are actually happening? Now tell me, assuming there are 4 defect opportunities, how many deliveries Swiggy has to deliver or Zomato has to deliver to reach 1 million transaction or 1 million opportunity? Come on, how many deliveries are required to reach 1 million opportunity? But every delivery has how many opportunity?
4.
4 opportunity. So how many deliveries are required to reach 1 million opportunity? You all know 1 million, right? 1 million is
10
lakhs.
10 lakhs. So how many deliveries are required to reach 10 lakh opportunities? Very tough mathematics.
2,50,000.
Very good, Gaurav. So 2,50,000 deliveries accounts to 1 million opportunities. After 2,50,000 deliveries, how many complaints are tolerated?
4.
Only 3 or 4. If this can happen, then Swiggy or Zomato can proudly say their performance is Six Sigma. All of you understand what is the Six Sigma performance?
Could you please explain it again, this point?
Only 3 or 4 defects will happen out of 1 million opportunities. The defect rate must be lesser than 3.4 DPMO to say that your performance is Six Sigma performance. To say that your performance is Six Sigma performance. All right. So defects are possible in every product. Defects are possible in every service. Now this product, this is a garment, shirt. Can you name few defect opportunities here? What kind of defects can happen in a garment like a shirt?
Cloth quality.
Low quality, right? Yes.
Damages.
Damages. The fabric has got some damage. The button
Color
has
quality.
got some damage.
Color quality.
What quality?
Color quality.
Okay. Color quality. Yeah, see, slowly as we progress, you all will realize and understand the importance of, talking specific to the point. Quality is like a ocean. Quality is like a ocean. There is hundreds of meaning behind the word quality, isn't it? So we need to clearly define what do we actually mean. The other person should be able to understand. That is what I am trying to find out in the form of defect opportunity. If the buttons are damaged, that's a defect.
Loose threads.
Very good. Loose thread. The threads are not intact. There are loose thread. That's another defect.
Skip stitches.
Stitching has come out. That's another defect. Stitching is not proper. Buttons are not aligned properly. Buttons are damaged.
Size-
And
size
there are some stains on the garment. Colors are faded in certain area.
Loose
are
or
all
tight fitting.
These are all known as defect opportunities. In order to understand your performance, first of all, you must understand the possible defect opportunities. Am I correct, all of you?
Yes.
Then only you can measure your performance against the defect opportunities and come to a conclusion. And the beautiful tool that can help us to understand our performance or help us to understand our capability to meet the customer requirement is first tool is DPMO. What does it stand for?
Defect per million
Defects
Per
opportunity.
million
per
opportunities.
million opportunities. You know the meaning of each and everything here. You all know what is a defect. Right now we discussed. What is a defect? What is a defect?
Failure.
Failure. Any other definition? Defect
Not meeting
means
the quality
not
standard.
meeting the requirement. Any form of non-conformance to requirement can be called as a defect. Any form of non-conformance to customer requirements can be called as a defect. All right? Good. So you know defect, you know what is 1 million, you know opportunities, so you know DPMO. Whether the product is a shirt or a chair or the windshield in your car, or is it, you are buying a house, will you be able to define defect opportunities? If you can define defect opportunities, you can definitely check for the quality. You can definitely measure your performance against the defect opportunity. And you can come to a conclusion, what level of capability you have got. And the benchmark performance for climbing Six Sigma capability is defect rate must be lesser than 3.4 DPMO, which means we are expecting a near perfection performance, isn't it? Almost near perfection. Out of 1 million, only 3 or 4 defects should happen. All right, so we'll do a small exercise to understand this concept in a much better manner. I hope you people are advised to bring some Gems chocolate. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Do you have the Gems chocolate? Can you show me if you got one?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not going. Yeah. 1, 2. So many people, all of you should be having, but many people, I don't know whether you are having or not. Your camera is off. Okay, thank you so much. Fantastic. Day one itself. You are doing great. So now I will take you to my Excel. So I stop sharing my screen for a while. I want to share an Excel file. Sigma level calculator. I'll be sharing this resources with you. I have no problem in sharing with all of you. So I'm just opening. Yeah. Please confirm if you can see my Excel calculator. Can
Yes,
you all
sir.
see? You can see, right? Okay. So here there is a template I have created for Gems exercise. Lot of information available in this single Excel file, and you can learn a lot. Okay, this side, I'm sorry. Gems exercise. Okay. So now I'm going to define certain failure with respect to the Gems chocolate you have. You all have a Gems chocolate, 5 rupees pack. Now,
Yes, sir.
let us consider only certain defects. Let us not worry about, so many defects are possible in any product. I am going to limit the scope of our study to certain defect. So the defects are, the first thing is every pack you have should have 10 pieces of chocolate inside. You know gems, right? 10 gems should be inside. In terms of count, it must be 10 that I have typed here. You can see. In terms of count, it should be equal to 10. Next thing is crack. The chocolate should not be broken. There should not be any sign of crack, whether it is completely broken or slightly a crack initiated. That is a defect. All of you understand the second defect?
Yes, sir.
Then the third one. Each chocolate must be circular, elliptical, or sharp corners are not allowed. It should be perfect circular, round. Hope all of you understand the third requirement. Fourth requirement. You can have different colored gems, different colored chocolates because people like it. But the color should not be faded or color should not get mixed up with other colors. Hope all of you understand
Yes.
the fourth kind of defects. I expect all of you now to work as a quality inspector, right? You're going to do that job for
Yes, sir.
me. Now the fifth one is taste. Out of the 10, you can take 1 out of the 10 and test for the taste and make sure you conduct this test for the taste in the end. Don't reverse the order. It will create complications in our process, right? So the first thing is count, crack, shape, color, and taste. These are the 5. There are other defects possible, which I am scoping out for the sake of our discussion. All of you are with me on this? How many
Yes.
defects we are considering now? 5.
5.
Correct? Which means the number of defect opportunities are 5 now. Now, think yourself as a quality inspector. Open the gem. Just check up how many defects you have with respect to each category. Right? I'm going to record the information as you complete the exercise. All of you can do it now. You have some 1 minute for that. Just open, write down the defects in your piece of notebook, in your notepad, and then I'm going to record it here. Yes. I'll remove these names and have your names. And these details also I'm removing. Okay. If you're done, please let me know. I'll take your name and the details of.
Raja, 3 are broken.
Come again, who is speaking? Raja, wa?
Yeah, Himanshu Raja.
Okay, Himanshu Raja. Himanshu Raja. Yes, Raja. How many gems you got inside the pack?
10, and out of 10, 3 are broken.
Wait. You got 10. So count-wise, there is no issue.
No.
Very good. Count defect is 0. Any color issue or color defect?
No.
Okay. All of you, please understand your decision is final. I'm not going to ask any question or I'm not going to cross-check. I believe you are a very perfect officer. Any crack?
Yes, 3.
3 or cracked. Any shape issue?
No.
Do you like the taste?
I have not tasted yet.
You can taste. Enjoy your chocolate and let me know you like it. I'm sure you will like it.
Then, thank you.
Right. So no, how many defects Himanshu reported? 3 defects. But how many chocolates he checked?
1.
5 pieces.
10.
He
Oh.
checked 5 pieces and reported 3 defects. In each piece, how many defects opportunities are possible?
5.
5 pieces, which means, 5 opportunities. Each piece, 5 opportunities, which means the total opportunity for a defect with respect to the, Himanshu's chocolate was 10 into 5, 50.
50.
Maximum 50 defects could have happened. But actually, how many happened? Only 3. 3 out of 50. That is the current status. In this manner, we are proceeding with the next quality inspector who can.
Shivani.
Shivani. Yes, Shivani. You can tell me count wise.
Count wise, it's 10.
So no problem. Color?
No problem. Color is also okay. No
Any crack?
faded color.
How about
Cracks,
crack?
I got 6 cracks in one packet.
Okay. Okay. Any shape issue?
Yes, 2 of them are not circle.
Okay.
It
How about the
is
taste?
taste is okay.
So Shivani reported 8 defect after checking 10 pieces. Who is next?
Akila.
Akila. Yes, Akila. How many you got?
10 counter.
10. No problem with the count. Color?
No color, sir. No, ours is good.
No color defect. Crack defect?
Crack difference is 5.
Okay. Shape?
Shape is okay, sir. It's good.
Okay. How about the taste?
Taste is also good, sir. No problem.
So she reported 5 defects. Who is next?
Hi, sir. This is Promit.
Who is speaking?
Promit.
Promit. Yes, Promit. Yes, Sanyal.
Yeah, Promit Sanyal. Hi, sir. Sir, my count is 11.
11. You got one extra. You're
Yeah,
lucky.
one extra.
Okay. And color?
Color is no disputed color. Color,
Well,
sir,
okay. How about crack?
no cracks.
Okay. How about shape?
Shape are good, no problem.
How about the taste?
Good, like James only.
You got only one extra. That's the only problem you have seen. Good.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Who is next?
Thank you.
Mohit
Who is-
sir. Subhash. You got-
I'll definitely come. Oh, so Livingston, you want to say?
Yes, yes, sir. I've received
Raise.
10. Count is 10.
Okay. No problem with the count.
Crack is 2.
Crack 2. Oh, crack 2. Color?
Yes. Color faded for 2.
Okay.
And
And
I could see the same, which is crack, is A plus.
no, shape. Crack is also 2, right?
Yes, crack is 2.
Crack
The same
2.
2 pieces doesn't have proper shape.
That's fine. Okay. We can mark it. It can be the same piece or it can be different piece. For every aspect, you have to check all 10 pieces.
Yes.
Now finally taste.
Taste is good. I've
Taste
checked
like.
2
Okay.
A's.
Okay. And I think Mohit, you also want to give, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me.
So count is 10.
Okay.
Color of them is good. Okay.
Color also good. Okay.
2 are cracked, sir.
2 are cracked. Shape.
And 2 of them are not shape. Good, sir.
Okay. How about the
Taste
taste?
is good. Taste is good, sir. Fine.
So anyone else? So
This
far
is
6 people gave. Yeah.
Yes.
Sushant. This is Sushant, sir.
One is Sushant. And who else is ready? Tiwari, yeah?
Gaurav.
Gaurav. Then? Okay. Okay, I'll come. Sushant, you can give me your reading.
Yes, sir. No defect about count.
Okay.
Zero defect.
Color?
Color is okay also.
Okay.
I found 3 cracks.
Okay.
And next is shape. Out of 8, 2 found not properly circular.
Okay.
Taste
Taste?
is good. Good, sir.
Okay. So you reported 5 defects, right?
Yes, yes.
Then Gaurav?
Yes, sir. Count is okay. Count is 10. No
Count
problem.
is okay.
One is cracked.
Okay.
And 3 are not okay in shape.
Okay. How about the color?
Color is okay and taste is also okay.
Color. Okay. You reported 4.
Yes.
Okay. Who's next?
Manisha.
Monisha, right?
Yes.
Yes, Manisha. Okay. So Manisha. Yes, Manisha.
Count was 10.
Okay. Count is 10. No problem with the count.
No. Color is okay also.
Color okay. Any crack?
I got 7 cracked.
7 cracks, right? Okay.
Yes. And rest 2
The
were fine.
shape is Okay. Taste
Yes.
also okay. So you report 7 defects. Okay. Who is next? We can take another 2 more. Yeah. Deepam.
So Deepak, sir.
Rajat.
Deepak, right?
Yes, sir.
Deepak, and who is that? One more you want to give? Rajat, you want to give? Okay. Deepak, you can give.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Deepak.
I want to give.
So my count is okay, sir. I got 10 pieces.
You got 10
I
pieces.
got 10 pieces, yes, sir.
Okay.
And
Then
this color is slightly faded.
your decision is final. Tell me how many colors you show.
Yeah, the color is slightly faded in 3 pieces, sir.
Okay. Then crack.
And I got 3 pieces as a crack.
Okay.
Shape
Shape.
is good.
Okay.
And taste
Taste.
is also good.
Good. So you reported 6. And now Rajat. The 11th.
Sir, count was okay. So I got
Count
10 pieces. But
Okay.
sir, there are white spot on the 3 of gems, and I got 9 cracks.
Wait. Color wise, 3 pieces are not good, huh?
Yes, sir. There are
Okay.
some white spots on each.
Okay.
Sir.
Agreed. Crack wise,
Sir, 9 cracks.
how many?
9,
9, huh?
9, sir.
Okay. 9. Shape.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Shape.
2 of them are oval. Oval, sir.
Okay. How about the
2.
taste?
Sir, good.
Taste. Okay. Good. All right. So you reported 14. I think this is enough just to understand. All others you can retain the reading with you. Now let's do some little calculation here to understand. See here, overall, totally how many defects reported? If you sum up the total column, it is coming to 63 defects. But how many packets we opened? How many packets we
11.
opened?
11.
11 into 10, 110. But our Promit got 1 extra. So 111 pieces we inspected and 63 defects reported. Now we further proceed with some little max with the numbers. Yeah. Yes. See here, 100 and units inspected, 111. Defects reported, how many? 63.
3.
Then number of defect opportunities per gems. What is our definition? 5 defect opportunities, isn't it? So if there are 5 opportunities in each gem, in 111 gems, what will be the total defect opportunities? 111 multiplied by 5. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is coming to how much? 555. All of you are with me on this simple max?
Yes, sir.
Total number of opportunities 555. Now I am going for defects per opportunity. You know what is the formula? Defects divided by total opportunity. A question with the answer, isn't it? Question itself contains answer. Defects per opportunity. So number of defects divided by total opportunity. What is your number of defects? 63.
63.
What is your total opportunity?
555.
555. So I just type and I'm getting this answer. What is this answer? 0.113513514. All of you are with me on this so far?
Yes.
Now,
just repeat it again.
See, the point is we are calculating defects per opportunity. So the formula is defects divided by total opportunity. So defect is 63. Total opportunity is 555. So the ratio should be called as DPO. So how much is your DPO now? 0.1135.
113. Okay.
Defects per opportunity is known. I want to calculate defects per million opportunity. Let me give an example here. 1 apple is 1 rupee. What will be the cost of 1 million apple?
1 million.
1 million.
1 million. How do you know? You multiplied by 1 million. 1 rupee into 1 million. Same manner, You have DPO. DPO is 1 apple. But what do we want? DPMO. We want 1 million apple. That means we should multiply DPO by 1 million to get defects per million opportunity. So formula is DPO multiplied by 10 power 6. So DPO is available in the previous step. You multiply by 10 to the power of 6. I enter. You can see the decimal shifting by 6 places. So what is the final answer here? 1,13,513. This is the DPMO. All of you understand how the calculation is done here? We started with defect definition. We defined the opportunity. Then we took a sample of 111 pieces. After inspecting all 111 pieces, we found 63 defects. In return, we understood DPMO is 1,13,513. What is Six Sigma performance?
3:4. 3 or 4.
Should be less than 3.4 DPM.
3.1 million is
DPMO be 3 or 4 should be the defects. 3 or 4 should be the defects, but in our case, it is running in lakhs. That means process capability is weak, isn't it? Am I correct? DPMO is very high, so process capability is very low. But then, how is the business? How is the business for Cadbury's Gems? Is it going well?
Yes.
Yes.
It's going well. If I ask you who is the competitor?
Nestle.
Yeah. So only where, the competition is not very big. So they are actually, dominating in the market, Cadbury Gems. So that means the business is going well, but DPMO is, not sounding good. What's wrong with our understanding straight away? When the process is too good, DPMO should be low, and then, business should go on well. But here DPMO is very high, but business is going on well. Where we went wrong? Can you figure out? Where we went wrong?
Our opportunities must be low.
The defect opportunities we defined may or may not be the actual defects. Am I right? You just have to ask.
Yes, because mostly child looks after the taste and not by colors.
Because another mistake we did is the customer segment. We have not recognized the customer segment. Probably no kids under the age of 10. Am I right? Can I say?
Yeah.
Kids under the age of 10. According to them, do you think these are defect opportunities?
No, absolutely no.
Their defect opportunity is probably the taste. Come to this side. Look at the taste.
Yes, yes.
Here you all behave like the exact customer, exact kids. If I consider only the taste, the total number of defect is 0.
Zero.
If I consider only the taste, then the DPMO will also become 0. Then your capability will definitely be, much higher. So where we went wrong in? We went wrong in defining the defects.
Defining the
Defect opportunities are not, defined properly.
yes.
So, see here, we call the defect opportunities as CTQs. CTQs means critical to quality characteristics. CTQ means critical to quality characteristics. If they are really critical to your customer, then you must consider that as defect opportunity. Taste is critical to quality, isn't it? Maybe count also critical to quality, but they really don't go to the level of checking whether it is faded or not, whether it is round or not. They're not going to check. So some of the CTQs we considered in our study are not the real CTQs. All of you understand the mistake we did? Yes?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
So I replace 63 by 0. If I replace 63 by 0, you will see the performance. Look at the DPMO. DPMO has become 0. All right. But anyway, for calculation purpose, we have something. Now, assuming this is our CTQ, how much it is? 1,13,513. Now, let us understand the corresponding sigma level. 1,13,513. So, I'm taking you to the left side. There is something here, sigma level calculator. Here, I am going to type. What is that number? What is our DPMO? 1,13,513. 1,13,513. I am typing and entering. Now, what is the sigma level you are seeing here in the column L?
1.21.
1.21 is it column I. Column L, you have another sigma level ST, which is 2.71.
2.71.
You will understand this LT sigma level little later. Right now, the sigma level is 2.71. So, if you have this template, you can convert your DPMO into sigma level. For any kind of product or any kind of service, you can define the CTQs or you can define the defect opportunities, take some sample, calculate the defects, do some little calculation, get the DPMO, substitute the DPMO. Now your sigma level is available here. All of you have understood the sequence?
Can you repeat?
Yes.
Can you repeat one time, sir?
Yeah, you see for any product or any service, if you want to calculate the DPMO or sigma level, first you should define the CTQs. First you should define the CTQs. These CTQs are nothing but defect opportunities. If you don't perform with respect to a particular CTQ, then customer will call it as a defect. So defect opportunities, CTQs are defined. Now you take some sample, 100 sample, 200 sample or whatever number possible. Then in each of the sample, you check for the defects, like how you did now. Now you will get the total number of defects. Then you do the same calculation, defects per opportunity, total opportunity first, then defects per opportunity, then defects per million opportunity. Then substitute here, you are getting the sigma level. Now what I want is, I want to substitute DPMO as 3.4. When I make DPMO as 3.4, what will be the sigma level?
1.21.
When I substitute DPMO equal to 3.4, what is our understanding from the beginning? 3.4 DPMO means 6 sigma capability.
6 sigma.
I type 3.4 and I am entering. What is the number you are seeing here?
6.
6.
That's all. So you have to reach this benchmark performance of 3.4 DPMO to claim that you are operating at a 6 sigma capability. Hope all of you have understood this exercise. Am I correct?
Okay.
Yes.
So I will be sharing this particular Excel sheet with all of you so that you can also calculate the sigma level for any product or any service that you are dealing with. All right.
Okay, sir.
Sir, what is sigma level ST?
Sigma level
ST that was-
LT, sigma level ST. You will be learning it little later. LT means long term, ST means short term.
Okay.
Always there are two types of capability. In short term, your capability will be higher. In long term, you know what will happen? Process will slowly deteriorate and will lose its capability, isn't it? So long term capability will be always lower than the short term capability. So we'll be talking about it little later. So right now, I think all of you are good so far. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So again, I'm sharing my slide. Please confirm or let me know if there are any challenges. And we are also going, we can also have a short break. We started by 7, no? Probably you can remind me, right? By 8:30 or 8:45, we can take a short break and then we'll continue again. So now that you understood what is Six Sigma performance, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Now let us understand little about lean. Before getting into lean, see in Six Sigma, we are expecting perfection. Am I correct? 3.4 DPMO means we are expecting perfection, near perfection. That means we are trying to build a process in which defects are almost impossible, then only we call the process as a Six Sigma process. Right? Six Sigma capability means defects are made almost impossible. That's the definition for Six Sigma. So the focus of Six Sigma is reduce defects. What is the focus of Six Sigma? To reduce defects. Our products, our services are defect free completely. That means our product or service is, best in class. Our product and services will give best in class experience to our customer. That is the objective of Six Sigma philosophy. Now coming to Lean. As Six Sigma takes care of the quality how Six Sigma takes care of the quality? By reducing defects. By reducing defects. Similar to the word defect, there is one more word available in industry, which is known as waste. One is defect, another one is waste.
Waste.
Defect means non-conformance. Any form of non-conformance is a defect. If you produce defect, that means your process is ineffective. That means your process is ineffective. Coming to the waste. Waste means any form of inefficiency. Any form of inefficiency. What is inefficiency? When you are trying to produce a quality product for your customer, sometimes you may consume resources excessively. Am I correct? To produce a product or to offer a service, your process consumes the resource excessively. If you overconsume the resource, can I call it as inefficiency? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 So what are resources? Raw material is a resource.
Manpower,
Manpower is a resource.
time
Equipment.
consumptions.
Machineries.
Machineries are resource.
Time.
Transportation and
Time
logistics.
is also a resource. Very good. Time is also a resource.
Knowledge. Skills.
Okay, knowledge and skills also resource. Very good. You're thinking smart.
Finances that are put into that.
Money, floor space, natural resources, all of them are resources. You're not supposed to use anything in excess, but you can always consume what is required. Am I correct? If you consume in the required quantity, then you are working efficiently. If you consume anything excessively, then you are inefficient. Any form of inefficiency should be called as waste.
Yes.
Any form of inefficiency should be called as waste. Now let's understand different types of waste with an example, with the examples in my slide. What is the first picture about? Have you seen this kind of cards earlier? Airtel recharge card. Have you seen that?
Yes.
You can see some 12-digit number and with silver nitrate coating, and you have to scratch it to get the number, and then you used it for recharging your mobile. How many of you had this experience? All of you, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What happened to that procedure? Why it is not available today? Because now they realized all these things are wasteful activities. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
What we want to recharge our mobile phone, we want to make calls. For that purpose, why one should print this kind of card? What way printing of the card is connected to me making a phone call? Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't stop there. Once I print, I want these cards to be available throughout the country, maybe in other countries also. Now, what should I do? I should transport them to all my distributors and dealers. Why a huge transportation should happen for me to make a call? Isn't it? And as a customer, I really don't value any of this activity. Am I correct or not? I really don't want to know whether you are transporting or not. All that I need is my phone must be recharged. That's all.
Yes.
I don't want to come to your. And then I have to scratch that silver nitrate coating, and then I should use that number. And that shop fellow has to keep a lot of inventory of this particular cards. In the process, there are several unnecessary activities happening. We are exploiting the resources, for no reason. But we didn't realize some 10 years before. But now we could recognize that all of these activities are wasteful activities. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir, but 10 years
Evolution.
ago, there were no resources. There was
Evolution
no.
is something.
Yeah, exactly. Evolution.
Technology was also not there.
Technology
Technology
evolution is
wasn't so strong.
Necessity is leads to the invention. And whatever technology you have, yes, based on this thinking only, all these things have evolved. So now, in this particular case, we could recognize unnecessary transportation and unnecessary inventory, the stock of all these recharge cards. All right? Because inventory is also a cost. Now another diagram, next diagram. What do you see here? A lot of people standing on the queue, probably in a bank.
Bank.
Do you notice?
SBI.
Yeah, SBI Bank. Still, even some banks are having the practice of keeping the queue in their bank to make a big show out of it. All right. But most of us nowadays, we are not going to bank. Am I right? But earlier,
Yes.
for
Yes.
depositing the money and for withdrawal of the money, sometimes we even apply for half-day leave to withdraw money, to withdraw the salary.
Yes.
And then we take a bike and travel some few kilometer distance, and then we fill up a form, and then we stand in the queue, wait for our turn, and then we collect the currency, and then come back, and then we make all the payment. Now, what happened to all the steps? We are not doing, isn't it? Now we have a better technology. Now, like all of you know, you rightly pointed out, the technology was not there earlier, but now we have a better technology. If a better way of doing a work exists, you still don't adopt it, then what you are doing should be called as a wasteful activity. Another way of defining waste. Am I right? A
Right.
better way of doing a work exists, but still you are so adamant, you don't want to change. You still follow the old practice. That means then also you are doing wasteful activity. You want to remain inefficient. So the third form of waste is unnecessary waiting. Am I correct?
Waiting.
In your workplace, have you seen any raw material waiting or machineries waiting or workers, operators waiting, managers waiting or management waiting or your customer waiting? All of them are known as waste.
Waste.
Wasteful activities.
All these waste are improvement opportunities. Please note. All of these things are improvement opportunities. You can initiate project on each of the waste. Earlier, we understood defect. Customer requirement is not met. You can initiate a project to reduce the defect. Then the project should be called as Six Sigma project. But now we are talking about waste. Now we are trying to reduce the waste. We are trying to eliminate the waste. Such project should be called as lean project. All of you understand?
Okay.
Yes.
Now the third one. Third one, yes, coming here. Okay, this diagram. What do you see in this diagram? There is a coffee with so many sugar cubes, right? If I put all the sugar cubes inside the coffee, would you like such coffee?
No.
No. It's a requirement.
No.
But you need sugar, but not this much. This is
Under a
known
certain
as
limit.
certain limit, known as specification. Customer always has a limit, upper limit and lower limit.
Right.
We call them as specification limits. But if we put 10 sugar cubes inside, this is now becoming over processing. This is called over processing.
Waste.
You are going beyond the limit. You are ordering for a ghee roast, dosa, and that fellow is putting 1 bottle of ghee. That's again, over processing, unfit for consumption. This is third form of waste normally happen in any workplace. Am I correct? You see
sir.
your people, taking too much time. A work can be completed in 5 minutes. The work, uh, it is worth only 5 minutes, but then you have been doing it for 30 minutes. That's also a form of over processing. You can come out with your own way of defining waste, but what is this waste known as? Over processing. Imagine you got a painting contract for a building. 2 coats must be applied as per the contract, but your painters are going for the 3rd coat. Can I call it as over processing? Even if you go for the 3rd coat or even the 4th coat, do you think the customer will pay more than the contracted amount? No. That means that's a waste. So that is over processing. Now, come to this example. Imagine you have invited your friends for a evening meet in your house. You invited around 50, too many, right? Okay, let's say you invited around 20, 25 friends. All of them have agreed to come around 6 o'clock in the evening. Now you have to prepare them some coffee and snack, right? And you decided to make some sandwich for them. And you have everything in your kitchen, but then it is completely unorganized. Can you see here? Your kitchen is completely unorganized. But you have to make 25 sandwich. Now, is it an easy job for you?
No.
It will be difficult. In one corner
No.
you have bread, and in the other corner you have some vegetables. On some other corner you have the cheese. Now you have to move a lot. Am I right?
Yes.
Just to make one sandwich, you have to move a lot. The better idea is first organize your workplace. Organize your kitchen. Bring all the item in a easily accessible manner. Then you make the sandwich. You will be more efficient, isn't it? But if you don't do that, you still prefer to keep your workplace unorganized and do your work, you will end up
Unnecessary motion.
moving excessively. This is another form of waste. You can think about your workplace layout. Imagine how operators are moving, managers are moving, raw material movement. Can you visualize, all of you? Your raw material is moving here and there. In 1 hour time, it will be crossing several hundred kilometers.
Yes.
It's waste.
All of them are waste, right? Your company is paying for it, isn't it? For each and every movement by centimeter, your company is paying. So unnecessary motion is another form of waste. How many type of waste we have seen? Transportation, inventory, waiting, over processing, motion waste. 5 we have seen. Now what happened? You prepared 25 sandwiches. It looks like 50 sandwiches, okay. But your friends did not come for the evening meet. You invited them. You assumed that everybody will come. But finally only 3 people came. Now what will happen to the sandwich? All of them will be waste. Am I right? Only 3 people came, and considering you, only 4 or 5 required. But then you have so many pieces. This is another form of waste.
Yes.
Called overproduction. You anticipated a big demand and produced more than the actual demand. All of you, can you see that? This is called overproduction. Have you ever, seen this kind of overproduction happened in your workplace? This is applicable to, again, physical product, virtual product, and even in services also. You can connect this learning suitably. All right. Similarly, another possibility is also there. Imagine your friends assured to come by 6 o'clock. But then what happened? They all have come by 9 o'clock only. Now what happened? Now what happened? From 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. You have produced the what you call the sandwich well in advance. One thing is the number of friends got reduced. Other thing is those who came, they also came very late. Now what will be the condition of the sandwich? It will not be fresh.
It will
Am I right?
become soggy.
Yeah, it won't be fresh,
It's
and
good.
probably you have to preserve it in some, refrigerator or something until the time your friends are coming, adding to excessive, activities. So producing early is also a form of overproduction. Not only producing more than the demand. Whenever you produce more than the demand, yes, that's a form of waste. Whenever you produce early, that is also a form of waste. This is known as overproduction. All right. Then the last image. What is this last image conveying?
Broken
Sir,
form.
what was the third one?
Waiting.
Unnecessary what? Third
Waiting.
one?
Waiting.
Oh,
Waiting.
after waiting?
That one
Overprocessing.
is over
Overprocessing.
Overprocessing.
coffee example. Over processing. Now the mobile phone with the damaged screen. That's a defect, an example of a defect. So defect is also included as a form of waste only, right? So defect is the 7th form of waste. So overprocessing and defects. So how many waste you are seeing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7.
These are known as 7 classical waste. This concept was introduced by a Japanese quality guru known as Taichi Ono. Taichi Ono. According to him, these 7 wastes exist in all business process. If you understand the principles behind lean, you will be able to understand, you will be able to identify a lot of improvement opportunities. You can make a lot of improvement projects. One way you can execute improvement project is eliminating defect. Another way is eliminating waste. If you focus on defect reduction, then your approach is Six Sigma. If you focus on waste reduction, then your approach is lean. If you focus on both simultaneously, then your approach is Lean Six Sigma. When I improve the quality,
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
Sir, we have defects in lean.
You have?
We are covering defects in lean. Then why do we need Six Sigma?
Oh. See, lean works based on certain beliefs and principles and tools. Okay? Lean works on certain belief, principles and tools. And Six Sigma believes in certain specific principles and tools with a primary focus of preventing defects. Primary focus is preventing defects. See, lean, lean is easy to understand. It is more of a common sense approach. Certain defects, you can easily eliminate, you can easily prevent. But certain defects, you will not know how to prevent.
Yeah, that's Six Sigma.
That means, the situation will be very complex. Such a complex scenario, you can't solve by, you simply using lean principles. But definitely you can solve by using Six Sigma principles. And for that, you must understand a little more about Six Sigma. Then you realize how Six Sigma is superior and why separate Six Sigma approach is required for dealing with the defects. They just included, but you have to eliminate it, So defect is considered a waste, but how to eliminate defect? In lean, the principle is removing non-value adding activities. Removing non-value adding activities. If I remove all the non-value adding, for example, printing this card is not adding any value from the customer's viewpoint. I don't need this card at all. I only needed this number that time. I never stored or preserved this card after purchasing. No, I throw it there itself. Isn't it? So that's why it is called as non-value adding. Any form of non-value adding activities are called wasteful activities or unproductive activities, which means customers are not willing to pay for such activities. So then why should you do it? If customer doesn't want it, why do you do it? Right? So the basic idea of lean is eliminating the non-value adding unproductive activities. All right. If I focus on preventing defects, I'm building a big image for my product, isn't it? When I'm focusing on eliminating the defect, I am trying to build a good image for my product. My product is known for its quality. That's the primary focus of Six Sigma. No, we try to come out with the best in class experience for our customer through our products and services. That is the primary focus. When it comes to the lean, yes, here also, yes, we want to achieve the quality. At the same time, we wanted to make sure we consume minimum of the resources. The Six Sigma's focus is on your output, but the lean's focus is on your consumption of the input. You consume the input in the required quantity only. That is the lean principle. And Six Sigma principle is the output should never have a non-conformance. The output should never have a defects. So both of them will ensure quality, improve customer satisfaction, and reduce the cost associated with the failures. We call them as cost of poor quality. The cost associated. Do you think there is a cost associated with every failure we commit? Is there a cost?
Yes, sir, definitely.
We call it as cost of poor quality.
COP.
By both these approaches will eliminate the cost of poor quality. In return, your manufacturing cost will go down. And with the lean approach, particularly the overhead cost will also come down. As a result, your profit will also get maximized. So these are the kind of benefits of understanding and practicing lean and Six Sigma principles. And that's why from the year 2000 onwards, the approach got integrated. Now people implement it as lean Six Sigma. Okay, hope all of you understand. So Six Sigma means we are trying to build a process which by nature will make the defects impossible. Lean means we are trying to make waste impossible. The way we develop our process, we develop the process in a way that we are completely, productive. Absolutely, there are no wasteful activities happening. So lean makes waste impossible. How? By making your processes and so your people more and more intelligent. By making your people, by making your process and people more and more intelligent. All right? Ultimate goal is to achieve operational excellence. Ultimate goal is achieve operational excellence. Imagine you are living in an air-conditioned room. Maybe in your office you got an air-conditioned room, and every time a person enters your room, he is not closing the door, which is not correct, because what happened? All the air-conditioned air, it goes out. The room unnecessarily gets heated up. So this is this mistake is happening every time if someone is entering. So what do we do? What do we do normally in such scenario? Come on, guys. What do we do in such scenario?
Close the door.
Automatic door closure.
We put the door closure because we are fed up with advising people, hey, please close the door after you enter. Even though you repeatedly you keep on telling them, then also when the 11th person comes, he keeps the door open. So instead of educating the people, what you did is you made your process more intelligent. You attached a door stopper. Now anybody opens the door, automatically the door will stop.
Yes.
Now what is the improvement we have made? We have made improvement in the process. Do you understand? If you make your process more and more intelligent, defects will become impossible. Thereafter, even if someone doesn't close the door will close automatically on its own. So these kind of improvements, right? These are known as process improvement. right? Ultimately, we are trying to make the defects impossible. And same manner, slowly, once that is done, then people who are involved in building, achieving such improvement, they will also become more and more intelligent. And ultimately, now your organization is ready for operational excellence. Now that we learned something, if your processes are poor in terms of capability, and you have poor people in your workplace, what will be the final result? Poor. Now another combination, average process. That means you improve the process, and people are also average. Now you will get average results.
Average.
Now third combination, you made your process brilliant now, brilliant enough. But still you have the average people. But then also you could deliver good results, like the Dabbawala's case. People are average, below average, but just because you have brilliant process and brilliant system, you are able to get good result. Now, what is the secret here? Process improvement. The secret here is process improvement. And now one more combination. You have brilliant process as well as brilliant people in our place. You know what kind of results you can produce now? Great result.
Great.
Means your organization is now ready for operational excellence, right? So in order to do that, yes, you have to focus on process improvement. Slowly, continuously, your process, you keep on improving, it becomes more and more intelligent. And in the process, your people also, after some point of time, only, the knowledgeable people with the right skills will stay in your organization, right? And this is what do we call it as Lean Six Sigma strategy. It's not a short-term strategy, please understand. Because there are hundreds and thousands of processes that requires attention and that requires improvement. So it is planned strategically for a period of 3 years. And so what happens? That makes your organization operationally excellent, and which means your organization will start delivering the results expected. All of you are with me on this? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So before 8:45, okay, anyway, we'll do this and then we go for the break. So let's do a small exercise to experience these equations. What is the equation is about process and people. Now there are about 45 participants or 50 participants, people, and now some training is going on. Let's understand what kind of combination we belong to. What do you think we belong to here? You're experiencing some training process and all the participants are there in the meeting. Now, what do you think the kind of combination we are here? Come on, all of you. Tell me
Brilliant
which
process,
combination.
average people, good result.
Good result.
Okay, let us check, right? Let us check. So we'll do a small exercise. And the exercise is I will be showing a set of numbers and symbols. I'll be showing a set of numbers and symbols. I want all of you to memorize this. All of you, do you understand the task? Yes?
Yes. Yes.
If you are not on video, you should not shake hands. Shake heads. You must speak. If you are on video, then you can shake, right? Yes or no? All of you, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
have
sir.
to memorize. Yeah, memorize the numbers and symbols, and the time allowed is 45 seconds. Don't be over smart. You don't have to write or you don't have to take a screenshot. Don't take any picture, right? You have to memorize. Now your time starts. Your time starts. Memorize the number and the symbols. Let me see how many numbers and symbols you can remember. 45 seconds gone. Now, I'll give you another 45 seconds. You just have to write down the numbers and the symbols. If you can match a number with the exact symbol, you're doing good. All right, shall we try? Pralama. So your time starts again. And I'm giving you 45 seconds, another 45 seconds. Please try. All right, time up. You can stop writing. Let's do a self-assessment, right? You can stop writing. Don't worry, even if you have not completed, no problem. So let's do a self-assessment. I'll be showing you the numbers and symbols on the screen. Please do a self-assessment and share your score. How much you got? How many or whatever be the score, no problem. Whether you get 10 or whatever be the number, let us not worry. It's just an exercise. Now, please do the self-assessment and share your score in the chat box, or you can let me know directly. I could see Agila, Adeep, and Manisha on the screen. So,
I
what are
got
your scores?
5. Mine is 8.
6, sir.
Manisha, how much you got? How much you got, Manisha?
8.
8. Agila?
6, sir.
Adeep?
7.
7. Imanshu? 6. Mohit Kumar?
I got 9, sir.
All right. See,
8. 8.
you are
I got
not,
8, sir.
yeah, we are not able to get 10 out of 10. I think most of you have missed. And moreover, I'm not able to see consistency also. I lag in terms of consistency. I also lag in terms of capability. Capability means you should be able to score 10 out of 10. Consistency means performance should be uniform. I could see a lot of variation in the marks simply because what went wrong? Is it because of the people or because of the process? Which one I should blame now?
Process.
Process, right? Your process may be substandard. If your process is substandard, people will find it difficult to follow, isn't it? So you all have to store the number in your memory, and that was made difficult. And as a result, the output was not promising. And now we make a small improvement. See, the same numbers and symbols are slightly rearranged in a logical order. Do you find it easier?
Yes.
Do you think you can now score 10 out of 10?
No.
Still difficult?
No,
Do you
sir.
find it easier and you will score 10 out of 10 now? What do you think? Can you do it faster now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Instead of 45
Yes.
seconds, can you do it in 30 seconds?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
If I show this for 30 seconds, will you be able to get 10 out of 10?
Yes.
You're doubtful.
Yes.
The
Yes.
first level of improvement, but definitely your score will improve. Am I right? Definitely your
Right,
score
sir.
will improve. So what I do is I go for one more level of improvement. Now
Very easy.
all of you will get 10 out of 10.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that means
Yes, sir.
we made our process brilliant enough to produce the result from the same set of people we have. Right? A substandard process is improved to the next level, and now it is well standardized. Now people can follow it effortlessly and can produce excellent result in lesser time with lesser effort. This is the power of process improvement. Process improvement can make things better, can make things faster, can make things easier for the people. Ultimately, your products and services will also become cheaper. Can you see many things happening because of process improvement? Your products are getting better, your quality is becoming best in class. At the same time, it is becoming cheaper. The price is very competitive now, and customer gets the product faster, and your employees find it easier. All of you understand?
Okay.
You must create these scenarios in any workplace so that you can proudly call, that you are operationally excellent. The moment you become operationally excellent, you will see your market share going up. You will see your market share going up. So we'll talk about operational excellence after a short break, right? So now the time is 8:55. We can have how much minutes you need break? 10 minutes or 15 minutes? Okay,
10
you
minutes.
take 15. 10 minutes sufficient? Okay. Okay, enjoy 15 productive activities. All forms of inefficiency we will slowly eliminate. Our process will become fully productive. That is the idea. Now, with this idea in mind, let us proceed and understand operational excellence. There is a definition given here. Can one of you read out the definition for operational excellence? You can read. Come on, one of you can read.
Operational excellence is the execution of the business strategy consistently and reliably better than the competition in terms of quality, productivity, and cost, with lower operational risk leading to increased revenues and profit relative to its competitor.
Thank you, Mohit. So operational excellence means executing a strategy, right, in a way better than your competitor. In a way better than your competitor, in terms of quality, in terms of productivity, and in terms of cost. That means you are making your products much better than your competitors. Do you think that's a good strategy? Yes. Our focus is on the quality. At the same time, we try to become more and more efficient. That's productivity. And the net outcome is your product cost becomes, very competitive. Because you become more and more efficient, a high quality product is now made available at a very competitive price. Imagine you have a high quality product, let's say a laptop, right? It is comparable to the latest specification, but that is made available just for 18,000 rupees. How many of you would like to buy? Each one of us would like to buy one product, isn't it? So because of this, your market share will definitely improve. You will start seeing a better visibility for your product, for your brand in the market. And if you make such things happen, then you can understand, you are operationally excellent. Because now many people, started coming to your product. Where from all of them are coming? Are they coming from some other planet? From the same market only.
Yes.
All your new customers are earlier customers of your competitors. Am I right?
Right, sir.
You are executing a strategy so nicely that your competitors' customers are now becoming your customers. And you have found better ways to retain your existing customers. Now your market share keeps improving. Slowly, you will become a market leader. And this cannot happen in an overnight. Definitely, that's not going to be an overnight journey. You have to work in this direction consistently for a longer period, at least for 3 years. If you respect all these principles, yes, your visibility will become much better. This is what we call it, operational excellence. So Lean Six Sigma is actually an approach to make your operations really better than your competitors. When we say operations are nothing but the daily activities, your daily routine, how you start your shift and then how you close your shift. Everything that you are doing in between during your shift time, that is nothing but operations, isn't it? But your operations are governed by strategies. Strategies are normally long-term plans. Please note, strategies are normally long-term plans. You have long-term goals. Minimum 3 years of effort is required to achieve certain goals. Such goals are known as strategic goals. Imagine you want to see 3 crores in your bank balance. Can I call it as a strategic goal? Good,
No.
good goal, right? A long-term goal, right?
Long-term. Right.
Now,
Right.
see, that's a goal actually. That's a long-term goal. Now, how do you want to achieve 3 crores in your bank account? Do you want to achieve it only through your salary? Or do you want to do, something parallelly? You have to come out with the right strategies.
Some other
Come out with
question.
the right strategies. And if you follow those strategies consistently for 3 years of time, you will definitely see 3 crores in your bank balance. You will start working today, but then you have a long-term goal, long-term vision. Now the 3 years goal, you can drill it down to annual goal. 3 crores in 3 years mean 1 crore every year. Am I right? Now the long-term goal, strategic goal is broken down into annual goal. Now the annual goals are known as tactical goal. Now 1 crore in 1 year. But what am I making currently? I'm currently earning only 2 lakhs a month. 2 lakhs a month into 12 months, it is only 24 lakh. How much is the gap? How much is the gap?
76 lakhs.
76 lakhs. Unless and until I make some improvements, changes, I cannot fill up this gap. Am I right?
Yes.
Right, sir.
These gaps give direction, for the improvement. The improvement opportunities are, you will be able to visualize the improvement opportunities only if you understand the gap. So strategic goal, tactical goal, and then operational goal. Tactical goals are annual goals. Operational goals are short-term goals, maybe quarterly, maybe monthly, maybe weekly, maybe daily. But make sure all these goals are aligned properly. If I achieve my operational goals, you know what will happen? My annual goal will get achieved. When I consistently achieve my annual goals, my strategic goal will get achieved. For that, what is very important is perfect alignment. Every piece of work you are doing on a daily basis should have a perfect alignment with your strategic goal. Am I right? Who are responsible for attainment of the strategic goal? The top line managers. Who are responsible for attainment of the tactical goals? The midline managers. And for operational goals, the downline managers. When I say operational goals, if you think operational goals cannot be achieved, that means a gap exists. Gap can be skill gap. Gap can be, manpower. Gap can be a technological gap. Gap can be, having a very weaker process. Am I right? You may not have, good network of suppliers. All of these things are gaps. Can you see that, all of you? Yes or no? Each gap
Yes, sir.
can be filled up through proper improvements. So gaps are nothing but improvement opportunities. Otherwise, the gaps are the problems, and problems are the improvement opportunities. And every improvement opportunity is a project. Every improvement opportunity is a project. And some of the problems, some of the projects can only be tackled by Six Sigma. And some of the problems or some of the projects can only be tackled by Lean. right? And we are going to understand what kind of projects can become a candidate, a real candidate for Six Sigma and Lean, right? So now let us understand another case study of Reliance Jio. You all know Reliance Jio, some how many years? I think in 2000, which year Reliance Jio came? In 2018. 2018, we have seen their visibility. Prior to that, they really didn't had any proper, holding any market. They are doing, some kind of groundwork. But 2018, you could see them grabbing 11% market. Do you think they had some strategy to achieve this 11% market share? Am I right? What was their strategy? What was their
Reducing the
strategy?
costs to cutting the
Unlimited
competition.
cost.
Unlimited plans.
Unlimited plans, unlimited
Data.
internet, limited everything, and at no cost. That was their strategic plan. They wanted to make their products free almost for 2 years. We all have enjoyed it. They knew after 3 years they will make a lot of. They knew they will make a lot of money after 3 years. They lived the strategy. Their strategy is better than their competition. No compromise on the quality. Their products were really good, isn't it? Products were good and they had the right strategy and they lived it. In return, you are seeing them as a market leader in just 3 years' time. Many a time we think that only money can make us big and only money can make us number one. Actually not. They did not make any money first 2 years. We all know that. We know the story. They were
Sir,
only
they
pumping
got
in money.
sir, they got money from
Yes.
handset makers.
Maybe. There are sources, right? You can get the investment and you can get your, project funded. There are many sources, but what is very, very important is right strategies in place, which can, at the same time, you have to be operationally excellent. And that has made them really number one in just 3 years' time. Such an approach is known as operational excellence. Lean Six Sigma can make any company achieve operational excellence. The moment you become operational excellent, in 3 years' time, you can be a market leader. Hope all of you agree. No matter whatever be, the kind of company you are currently, right? And that's why I've written here, zero to hero, right? Don't think you cannot become number one. Yes, you can become number one. But then it's not a one man's effort. We need to understand, right? If you want to make your company number one, whose responsibility it is?
Teamwork.
Everybody's.
Very good. Everyone's
Employees.
responsible. People must understand that, must start working towards the common goal. Whether they like it or not, they must align with the organization's goal. For that, you need a high-level committee who can find out the right strategies and give the right direction to all the department. Otherwise, there will be a loss known as directional loss. People don't know in which direction they should go. They'll move in a zigzag manner and end up achieving very less in comparison to your competitor. And then, they will slowly lose their presence. So this is very, very important. This is called strategic planning, and we'll be talking more about the strategic planning and the tools related to that in the advanced level of program, right? So this is just a beginning. Your role as an yellow belt is limited to drive a project towards success. That's all. The project is an outcome of strategic thinking, strategic goal, tactical plan, tactical goal, operational plan, operational goal. And now so many projects are visible to me. I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to hire people, I need to skill people, I need to buy machinery, I need to improve the process, I need to reduce the inventory, I need to reduce all the wastages, I need to reduce all the defects. So many improvement ideas are now becoming visible to me because of this thinking. All of you, can you see that? Am I correct? But this must be led by a team of competent leaders. Yes or no?
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Yeah. Now imagine there are projects. That means there are so much gap, so many problems. Some of the problems are very simple in nature, which means the causes are already known, solutions are already known. Some problems, causes are known, solutions are known. Do you think some Six Sigma approach and new approaches are required to solve such a problem? No. You just do it. You know there is a problem, you know there is a solution, you just have to do it. Certain problems, causes are known, but solutions are unknown. Little thinking, little coordination, little teamwork, and minimal budget are required. Such projects can be solved using an approach known as Kaizen. Small improvement. But certain projects, causes are unknown, and so solutions are also unknown. All right, you are taking some action, but all your actions are not on the causes, majority on the symptoms. And so the problems occur again and again and again and again. Every shift there is a rejection. Every day there is a customer complaint. Every time you are not meeting your production target. Every project there is a delay. Can you see recurring problems here? Why problems are repeatedly happening? This is because you have no idea about the root cause. Am I right? All your actions are only on the symptoms. Problems which are recurring in nature, where the root causes are unknown, solutions are not available. Such projects become candidate for Six Sigma methodology. All of you understand? Such projects, such problems are considered complex problems. It can be related to your quality or related to productivity or related to anything. The problem can be customer's problem, the problem can be business problem, or the problem can be the employee's problem. Like improving the motivation level of the employees. Yes, that can be taken up as a Six Sigma project. Or reducing the defects, reducing the rejection rate, reducing the turnaround time, reducing the lead time, improving the percentage on-time delivery. All of them are, projects you can solve it through the Six Sigma methodology. Ultimately, we are trying to produce better products, produce them faster, and make them cheaper for the customers, and make the process easier for the employees. If you can achieve any one of the four, yes, you are making a good improvement. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But Six Sigma's primary focus is here, making our products better and better and better and better. Slowly we will offer only best-in-class products. But Lean's effort is will primarily on the other three. Lean will give the speed. Lean will reduce your resource consumption, making your products cheaper. Lean will make the task easier for the employees. So that's the reason why Lean and Six Sigma are integrated. So these are quick win opportunities. Can you see here? Making things easier and faster. These are quick wins. But a big quality problem we are eliminating from our workplace, and little challenging job, right? So Lean Six Sigma can be used as a breakthrough improvement strategy. Lean Six Sigma can be a breakthrough improvement. If you are thinking of small improvement, I'm sure your organization, the time has not come for your organization to adopt Lean Six Sigma. No. If you're talking in terms of small improvement means, there are a lot of small issues, always on your table. And I'm sure you will not be able to think from the long-term perspective. And so you will prefer using these approaches. All right. But if proper leadership thinking is available, yes, whatever be the prevailing condition, they will be able to think about breakthrough improvement. You know what is breakthrough improvement? Making your company number one in 3 years' time. Can I call that as a breakthrough improvement?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then only these kind of approaches can make it happen. All right. So now you understand operational excellence, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. And now again, another mathematical equation I want you to understand. X plus Y equal to Z. People who know mathematics, they will not find any difference. If x plus y equal to z, then y equal to z minus x. They are same theoretically, but practically there is a difference. Here, what is x? Cost of manufacturing. What is y? The profit you want. And so I add the profit to the cost of manufacturing so that the price of the product is decided. Do you think the price of the product you can decide always? No.
No.
It is decided by the market condition. Already competitors are selling similar product at a lower price. Now, how can you keep higher price, isn't it? 95% of the scenario, this will be the case. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you must start believing in this equation. What is this equation is telling you? This equation is telling you your profit y is equal to your price minus cost. You already knew that you have poor control over the price. Then you have control over the cost of manufacturing your product, cost of offering your service, and your overhead. Right? We combine everything and we call it as operating cost. If you can minimize your operating cost, what will happen to your profit? Your profit can become thicker and thicker. All of you agree? Understand?
Agree.
Yes, sir.
This is the primary, focus of Lean Six Sigma. This is why company requires Lean Six Sigma. So Lean Six Sigma is a profit maximization approach without compromising on the quality. The strategic focus is on quality. At the same time, for the business, it is profit maximization approach. So any business, customer needs faultless quality, on-time delivery, quick service, and lowest price. And in return, you should make profit. Your organization should make profit. So in order to make profit, you must have the competitiveness. Competitiveness means your product should have quality. Then only all the strategies will work. If you lag in terms of quality, do you think your strategic plan will produce result in 3 years? You will be nowhere in 3 years. You will end up losing your existing strength also. If you have a product which is weak in terms of quality. So for competitiveness, the primary requirement is consistent quality of final products. Agreed? At the same time, low manufacturing cost and time, because customer considers cost also an aspect of quality. I need high quality product, but at a competitive price. At the same time, you should deliver me fast. And so, in order to meet all these challenging requirements, you must have capable process and people in place. A brilliant combination of brilliant process and people is required. Over and above, consistent quality of raw materials. And that's why, you have a separate purchase department who will ensure the raw material quality, whatever is coming in, isn't it? So you have different departments to take care of all of this. If you make all these things happen, then the customer will start preferring your products and your services over others.
Yes.
All of you understand, right?
Yes, sir.
So, yes, any question? Any question? Or shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what should we do if we already have high quality product and defect-free products and waste-free operations? You're already ready. Otherwise, you must focus on reducing the defects because there are customer complaints happening. If customer complaints are happening, it means defects are happening. Customer can't open their mouth, if there are no defects in the product. If there are defects, customer will start speaking about it, isn't it? And so, quality problems you want to eliminate, you must focus on each and every possible defect. Take right actions and make each and every possible defect impossible in your business process, right? For that, you need to apply the Six Sigma principle. The Six Sigma principle is reducing defects by reducing variation. Some of you might find it difficult to understand the language. The principle behind Six Sigma is reduce defects by reducing variation. You know what is a defect, first of all? If you imagine you produce, hundreds of products. I mean, products in multiple quantity, mass production. Not all units are same, isn't it? There will be variation in your product, yes or no?
Yes.
If the variations are very minimal, customer can't notice it. You produce, 1 million mobile phones. All 1 million mobile phones look almost same. Customer can't differentiate. The variations are minimal. But if you don't have good control over the variation, if the variation becomes visible, then customer will start categorizing your product. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Some of the products will be categorized as good and some of the products will be categorized as bad. So which has made your product to get categorized as bad? The variation, isn't it? If you allow the variation to increase, some of the products will automatically, be classified as defects. Again, the variation can happen if the variation happens at the output, customer will see it. Why variation happens at the output? Because you have a substandard process. You have a substandard process. Because you allow variation at the input. You allow variation at the input and your process is substandard, and that's the reason why your output has got variation. If that variation, increases day by day, then majority of the products you produce will be rejected by your customer. So the science behind defects is variation. Am I right? If you learn to control the variation, that too at the input side, and if you learn to control the process parameters and the process inputs, the variation at the output will be very, very minimal. And so defects cannot happen just like that. So this is the Six Sigma way of preventing defects. You can correct as well as prevent, right? That means by all means, you are improving the process, leading to improving the effectiveness of the process. Imagine 50 people are attending the training and all 50 of you giving the exam. All 50 of you pass the exam in the first attempt. Does it mean that learning is very effective here? Definitely,
Yes, sir.
right? So you 1,000 products or 1 million products and all 1 million are defect free. That's called process effectiveness. 100 out of 100. And to climb Six Sigma performance, our metric is 3.4 DPMO. Defect rate is lesser than 3.4 DPMO. On the other side, the delays and the waste should also be eliminated. For that, we apply lean principle. Here we focus on the quality of the products. But here we focus on the way by which we produce quality product. What we produce is important to your customer, but how we produce is important to our own company. Yes or no?
Yes.
If I don't produce quality product, customer will not buy. If I don't produce it in the right way, I will end up making a loss even after producing a quality product. Agreed? So you should also focus on improving your productivity, for which you should learn to eliminate the waste. You must learn to apply the lean principle. That means you focus on efficiency. Effectiveness means high quality. Efficiency means higher level of productivity. And both will improve your bottom line. You know what are your bottom line results? Profit, your operating costs. These are called bottom line result. If you want to improve your bottom line result, which means you want to maximize your profit or reduce your operating cost, yes, these principle can greatly help. Hope all of you understand why Lean Six Sigma is required for companies, any company, no problem. Whether it's a bank or a manufacturing company or a chemical process industry or a logistics and supply chain or a software development company, these principles can be applied provided it is understood by you. You can even apply it in your personal life. Do you think effectiveness and efficiency are required in your personal life also?
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. So there are certain quality principles we need to respect. We should always be customer focused. In order to remain customer focused, first of all, we must understand who is a customer. Customer is not just one person. It's a segment of people, isn't it? We call it customer segment. You should know the meaning of it. Then only you can understand their requirement. Then only you can understand the critical to quality characteristics. Otherwise, you will end up working with the wrong CTQs, and all your efforts will not actually impact any results. You might be working hard, but what customers considers as important, and you are not understanding that, you are working on something else. That's not going to help you, right? So you should be customer focused. You must have a clarity on customer segment, end user, internal customer, and external customer. You should be able to differentiate them. End user is different, internal customer is different, external customer is different. Sometimes what happens, the output of one department goes to the next department. Now the next department is your customer for your department. All of you agree? Assembly department becomes
Agree,
the
sir.
customer for production department. So you need to realize, the existence of the customer. The process becomes a customer to the previous process. Now, what this process requires, that has to be understood, isn't it? So customer focus, process approach, system approach, and then factual approach. Process means you should know the input, output, and the process parameters. Please note, variation will always exist in any process. You can't say, variation is 0. You will never achieve a state where variation is 0. Variation will be always present. But you should be able to control the variation, monitor and control the variation, right? And reducing variation is the key to improvement. Factual approach to decision making. Don't just go with opinions. Always validate the opinion. Whoever is the person sharing the opinion, you have the responsibility to validate and believe before believing, right? So that your actions can be right. And you should have a very good relationship with the supplier, a good network of suppliers, so that you can perform well even with a zero inventory. Zero inventory is one goal of lean. We call it, just in time. The goal behind just in time is you will be able to perform, without any difficulty. But what is your inventory level? 0. You should move towards creating a state at which you will be able to execute all your business process with the zero inventory. All the things happen only when there is a demand. So these are called quality principles, and your Lean and Six Sigma principles also insist on similar thing. Focus on the customer, understand how work is done, identify root cause of the problem while solving, remove the waste and non-value adding step, reduce the defects by removing variation, communicate and collaborate with your team effectively, and be flexible and use data to drive the change you need. Now the Six Sigma chain of causation. Our survival is dependent on the growth of the business. But business growth is largely determined by customer satisfaction. But customer satisfaction is governed by quality, price, and delivery. But quality, price, and delivery are controlled by process capability. But process capability is greatly limited by variation. If too much variation in the process parameter, too much variation in the input, automatically you will see variation in the output, right? So process variation leads to increase in defects, and so cost, and so cycle time. So to eliminate variation, you all must apply the right knowledge. In order to apply the right knowledge, we must first acquire it. That is why all of us are here in this meeting, right? In order to acquire the new knowledge means we have the will to survive. Not every company understands this sequence, but company that has the right leaders, yes, they will understand, the reason behind process improvement and, improving the skill and knowledge and skill level of the employees. All right. Understood, all of you? How Six Sigma is connected to your product quality and how Lean is connected to your, what do you call the operating cost and other things. So quality means You must understand your customer segment and you should also understand their requirement. When I say requirement, the requirement must be technical requirements. Imagine the product is water bottle. Can you tell me few requirements you all will expect from a water bottle? Imagine a 500 ml water bottle. We all buy for 10 rupees, right? 500 ml water bottle.
Tight.
Now, what are your
Sealed,
requirements?
sealed,
Easy
clear
to carry.
water.
It should be
Easy to carry.
easy to
Clean bottle.
Easy to carry.
easy to carry. That means you want it to be lightweighted, isn't it?
Right, sir.
That means you are
Yes.
talking about weight of the whole product. When you say weight
Right,
of the
right.
whole product, it becomes measurable. Now it is a CTQ. If I give, a water bottle with which can, which is, you feel so weight to carry, then probably it may not sell well. You have certain requirement. The weight must be lesser than, so many grams. Now that's in CTQ. And after buying the water bottle, you are not able to open the cap. Is it okay for you?
No.
No.
So convenient also.
That
Convenient.
defeats the purpose.
You should easily open the bottle, isn't it? That means, do you think that also can be measured? What the customer is talking about now, opening the water bottle? The amount of torque that is required to open the bottle, isn't it? The rotational force. Is it measurable now?
Yes.
Only if you make the requirements measurable, they are called technical requirements, they are called CTQs. If you can't understand the CTQs, you can't fulfill the customer requirement. All of you understand? That's the first thing. Once you understand the customer requirement, you have the list of CTQ. Now you can move on to the next stage, which is designing. You design the product aesthetically, it should be good. And, requirement wise, it should meet. So the design has to be appealing. And then you develop process. Process development is very, very important for mass production. Otherwise, what happens? There will be a lot of variation, and in the long run, you can't survive. And once the process is developed, you need people to monitor the same process, to monitor the process, to ensure consistency, and whenever there is a need, the process needs to be upgraded. Process control and process improvement. Most of you will be working here. You might have different designation, but ultimately, what is your job? Process control, process improvement. So process improvement is the key to improving business result. Agreed? So imagine there is an orange tree. What kind of fruits this orange tree can give?
Oranges.
Orange fruits. It can certainly give orange fruits. But you wanted to produce apple. Do you think you can produce apple from the same tree?
No.
Impossible. If you want to change the fruits, you must necessarily change the roots. Same is the logic. If you want better result, you need better process. Same process can only give same result. In most of the meetings, we talk about improvement, we talk about improving our business result. So what is essential for achieving the improvement in results? Process must be upgraded, yes or no? So process improvement is the key to improving results in any organization. A Six Sigma expert is nothing but a process improvement agent. He knows the scientific way of improving any process, right? And in Six Sigma, we always express a process as y equal to f of x, which is a mathematical equation. You all might have studied this, am I right? Very, very important tool, powerful tool. Throughout the project, you will be using this particular tool only. Now, here y is the output. X are the input and the process parameters. Y is the output, X are the input or process parameters. To better understand, imagine your product is coffee. What is your product? Coffee. In a coffee, we need good taste. Taste is an output or an input? Taste of the coffee.
Input.
Input, sir.
Oh, taste. See, taste, you get the
Output.
taste after
Output
making
as
the
a
coffee, isn't it? So taste is the output. And the taste depends on all the input. What are the input here for a coffee?
Water,
Coffee powder.
Raw
milk,
material.
Coffee,
sugar.
Coffee beans.
Powder.
coffee beans
Very good.
processing.
Coffee powder, coffee beans, milk, and then sugar, and so many other things. You know the X, you know the Y. And now, when I say taste of the coffee, it looks very generic. Everything should be measurable and everything should be actionable. So I want you to drill down. I'm asking you, what is the meaning of taste? Now you are telling me, sir, coffee should be appropriately stronger. Am I right? Coffee should be appropriately stronger, appropriately sweeter, and it should be appropriately hot, and it should have appropriate aroma. Now the taste, which is your bigger why, is now drilling down to many smaller why. All of you, can you see that? Strongness, sweetness, hotness, aroma. The combination of the four, you call it as taste. Agreed? Agreed? Now imagine there is a problem with one of these four characteristics. Now each and every characteristic is a CTQ. Sweetness is a CTQ, strongness is a CTQ, hotness is a CTQ, and aroma is another CTQ. Imagine there is a problem with the strongness. Now tell me, which is critical factor here on the input? If there is a problem with the strongness, which is the ingredient that is pulling the strongness upward or downward?
Sugar.
Oh, sugar will
Amount,
affect the strongness?
Coffee.
amount of
Coffee powder.
Coffee.
Powder.
Coffee powder is critical to strongness. Similarly, sugar is critical to sweetness. Temperature is critical to hotness. All of you understand? For every specific problem with respect to a particular CTQ, there are certain factors which are critical to it. We call them as critical factor. Sometimes critical factor will be one, sometimes it can be many also. 2-3 factors together is responsible for a deviation in a particular CTQ. These critical factors are nothing but the root causes. Any problem with the strongness, it is simply because coffee powder is not handled properly. I put more coffee powder, my coffee become more stronger, which customer doesn't like. I put less coffee powder, my coffee becomes lighter. Coffee must be appropriately stronger. So I must optimize the coffee powder for specific amount of milk. Am I correct? So optimizing your critical factor is nothing but the solution. In order to arrive on a solution to any problem, you must know which is the critical factor or which is the root cause. Any problem happening, there should be some critical factor behind. You should find out that, and then you should take the right action. What is right action? Putting a more coffee powder or reducing the amount of coffee powder. But how to take this decision? You should know the relationship between X and Y. If it is coffee powder and strongness, increasing the coffee powder will increase strongness. Am I right?
Yes.
So relationship is positive. If the relationship is known, you can play with the factor. Am I correct?
True.
Yes.
Similarly, any problem with sweetness, you know the critical factor is sugar. Now you also know how to increase the sweetness. How will you increase the sweetness? You put more sugar. How to decrease the sweetness? You reduce the sugar. By playing with the X, you are able to play with the Y. That's why Y is known as dependent variable. It depends on some X, but X are known as independent variable. Can you apply the same thinking for solving problems, quality problems in your product? And your product can be, a concrete block, or your product can be, an aluminum casting, isn't it? Or you might be offering a service. If the turnaround time is not at the optimal level, what are the critical factors? So this is called the Six Sigma way of problem solving. Will you be able to apply this thinking, all of you, in all scenarios?
Yes.
Now, what is the product you are seeing in my slide?
Laddu.
You all like laddu, I know, right? So Deepavali is coming. So we are seeing laddu on the screen. Very good. Now, what is why here? What is why here? The taste of the laddu, right? Again, can you convert the taste into measurable characteristics?
Yes.
Yes.
Tell me the CTQs.
Color.
Sugar.
Sweetness.
Sweetness.
It should be output variable, not the input variable. You have to talk in terms of output variable.
Taste.
Color.
Taste, color.
Taste is generic. Now, color, I agree. Because you want laddu to be in yellow color, isn't it? If I make laddu in black color, I think none of you will buy it.
Shape.
You want
Shape.
to
Consistency.
Shape, size.
Again, sweetness, and the size of the laddu, weight of the laddu, all of them are measurable.
Its shape.
All of them are Y, Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4. Any problem with any of the Y? You should be able to relate to the X here. You see the X here, all the X. You see the process steps, right? Why process is created here? If you want to make just 1 or 2 laddu, you can do it according to your method. But if you want to make and sell laddu, then you must have a process, isn't it? Because customer expect consistent quality. You create a process, and once the process is created, now you want to sell more laddu. Now what will you do if you want to sell more?
Improve upon the factors.
You will think of your process, isn't it? Then you might probably create some kind of assisting devices. You train your people, hire more people, and appoint manager, and now you are now able to make thousands of laddu every hour. Now the customer segments are changing. Is capable. This is how you should be able to deal each and every problem. So process has got 2 parameters. One is effectiveness, another one is efficiency. If anything is affected, yes, you will be facing the consequence. If you lose effectiveness, there will be defects happening. You lose efficiency, then your operating cost will be very high. Effectiveness cannot be compromised and efficiency must be optimized. So you see some quality gurus on the left as well as on the right. These are Japanese quality gurus. By name, it is Eiji Toyoto, Taichi Ohno, Shigeo Shingo. Somewhere around 1950, some history about Japan, World War II and other things, but they wanted to improve. You know what they did? They took guidance of the quality gurus from America, and they came back and developed. And these people belong to a company known as Toyota. So particularly this person, Eiji Toyoto, he visited America, visited Ford, and learned their best practices and came back and developed something, a system specifically for Toyota. He named it as Toyota Production System. You see Taichi Ohno, he is the one who introduced the 7 waste. We also discussed in one slide, isn't it? Tim Wood, transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing, and defects. This was introduced by this gentleman. And Dr. Shigeo Shingo, he is the one who introduced SMED. And now all the 3 together, they developed a system specific to Toyota that was named as Toyota Production System. Today, every company want to copy the same thing and apply it in their company in the name of Lean. So Lean is nothing but the revised version of Toyota Production System, which was introduced in 1960s. Because of Toyota Production System and its principles, many Japanese companies benefited, and the quality standard for of Japanese product become very superior. They become a big headache to the American products. So they learned many things from America, but then they have become a tough, very big competitor for American products. And that's the reason why the American company, particularly Motorola, in 1980, they wanted to overcome the competition. For that purpose, they introduced a new approach, which they named it as Six Sigma. That time, the Motorola CEO you are seeing here, Bob Galvin. And he is an engineer, worked in Motorola. His name is Bill Smith. Today, we call him as father of Six Sigma. And this person is Dr. Michael Harry. He is a statistician. The combination of engineering and statistics gave birth to a new approach known as Six Sigma. We learned about it, right? So 1960, the Japanese introduced TPS. Today, it has become Lean. In 1980, the Americans, they introduced Six Sigma. Yeah, to overcome the competition from Japanese. In the year 2000, the Lean and Six Sigma got integrated because companies started realizing the potential of these two approaches. They are very unique. Lean's focus is on efficiency. Six Sigma's focus is on effectiveness. And so both are required. And now you understood why organization need Lean Six Sigma. Because all of them, need profitability. At the same time, they want to, ensure customer satisfaction. And this is the success story. You see how much money companies have saved by using Six Sigma. Motorola, $2.2 billion. Asia Brown Boveri, they made around $898 million. The numbers are impressive even today. Am I correct? So such a big money they have saved by eliminating the defects, the cost of poor quality, which otherwise would have happened, they were able to save, right? So now you understand what is Lean Six Sigma. It is an operational excellence model, an aggressive campaign to boost your organization's profitability and increase the market share, improve the customer satisfaction, using quality as the strategic business focus. Okay. So now it is 10 o'clock. Shall we finish in another 10 minutes? All of you, are you okay with it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure.
Sure, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Then
sir.
then you should not sleep after telling me, yes, you should not sleep on the other side. It's already,
No.
Yeah. Okay, done. So we now understood Six Sigma is an operational excellence journey, an aggressive campaign. You need a very good team to execute it, isn't it? And that is what you are seeing here. White belt, yellow belt, green belt, black belt, master black belt, champion and sponsor. So far, you have you got some basic understanding about Six Sigma. Am I correct? Six Sigma is defect reduction. Six Sigma is reducing variation. This is what is known as white belt. If you have some basic idea about Six Sigma, and if you become a believer of the Six Sigma principles, then you are a white belt. Otherwise, you have to attend the session again. All right. So this is white belt. But white belt, the proficiency is not enough to work on a project. To work on a project, you need to upgrade to the next level, which is known as yellow belt. Yellow belts are project team members. They will be working as per the guidance given by the green and black belts. They will have the knowledge, but still they have to be guided by green belts and black belts. You can see nurses working in the hospital. Nurses also give treatment to the patient, but as per the guidance of medical doctors, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
a similar role is yellow belt. You will be performing certain tasks. You will be given some role as a project team member, but always you will be under the guidance of a green or black belt. But green and black belts, they are project team leaders. They are responsible for, yes, you have a doubt? Yes, Himanshu, you want to ask?
Yes, sir. So, I just wanted to know what about if black belt team leader is not there.
Come again. What do you want to know?
What about if black belt or green belt team leader is not there in their absence? What would be the course of action?
Yeah. If see, for executing Six Sigma projects, according to the structure, according to the the Motorola's procedure, green belts and black belts are required. But if they are not available, probably you can work on projects, which are not, which are having no complexity. If there is no complexity, see, as an yellow belt, you will not be, equipped with the statistical tools. If you are not equipped with statistical tools and techniques, then it will be difficult to deal with the variation. Whether variation is there or not, you need data. So the lighter tools, yes, you will be learning, and so your capability to solve problems is also limited. Problems with lesser complexity or very minimal complexity, only you can do it as an yellow belt, right? And generally it is not recommended. Executing projects in the absence of green or black belts, that too, you can have projects, but not Six Sigma projects. All right. Always the team composition should have at least a green belt. Right? So yellow belts.
Green belt or black belt leader is not available. There must be someone who can give the high level of guidance always.
True, very true. So yellow belts are project team members, but green belts and black belts are project leaders. And again, the difference between green and black: green is capable of handling projects with lesser complexity or moderate complexity, but black belt can even handle projects with higher level of complexity. Right? And multiple departments are involved in the problem. A cross-functional project, yes, a black belt can handle. And master black belt is part of the quality council, part of the business excellence group, which is actively involved in developing the right strategies, developing the right KPIs, and ensuring the goal alignment. And master black belt will be the mentor for the green belts and black belts. He will also be the trainer to produce green and black belts for the company, depending on the project requirements, right? So if just to understand green and black belts, if you are a green belt or a black belt, you become 1 in 100. If you become a master black belt, then you become 1 in 1,000 or the only one in your company, right? So definitely the packages and the recognition will be beyond your expectation, and you will be able to grow very fast in your career ladder. And champion and sponsor, these are leadership team. They are like parents in a family. Imagine a family without, the parents. Now the children will suffer a lot. The same will be the scenario for the black belts and green belts, etc. in the absence of, the top management support. And that's why the roles are created even for the top management. The sponsor is the person who has the authority to provide resources to the team. And champion is the person who will be liaising between the sponsor and the project team, and they will be participating in all the review meetings so that every single project can be driven to success. And now the responsibilities are, written here. An yellow belt participates in the meeting, help with the administrative task, meet the project leaders, and make recommendations or changes, and everything as per the guidance of the green belts or the black belts, right? And the remaining responsibilities, yes, you can read. So Six Sigma means it is a management philosophy to meet business objective by reducing variation. And it's a data-driven methodology for decision-making and process improvement. It improves the process. To improve the process performance, we need to decrease the defects and the variation. See here, there are two processes, one process here and one process here. Now this process, you can easily understand the spread is very big. But this process, the spread is very less. Or consider the process as a vehicle. And now customer has got certain limit. You told me already, specification limit, upper limit and lower limit. Now the space between upper limit and lower limit is the road. The process is your vehicle. Do you think this vehicle can go in this road? Do you think this vehicle can go? This vehicle is bigger than the road. It cannot enter. If it enters, there will be damages. But if you look at this vehicle, this process, yeah. So this process is narrower. It can comfortably, go through the road, and without much complication, it can produce products, without any defect. You can see the whole process lying inside. So we will understand this slowly, but then, this is the broader idea. If the process is spread is too much, then rejections will be too much. If the spread is too less, then rejections will be very less. So Six Sigma can be considered as a metric, can be considered as a methodology, can be considered as a way of management, can be considered as a philosophy. Why do we consider as a metric? Because it gives you a benchmark performance of lesser than 3.4 DPMO as the defect rate. Why do we consider as a methodology? It has a well-defined methodology known as DMA-IC for improvement, DMA-DV for development. Anything you want to develop newly, use this methodology. Anything you want to improve from the existing, use DMA-IC, where D stands for define, measure, analyze, improve, control. And Six Sigma can be a way of management. Companies which is believing in Six Sigma, like Amazon, TCS, Caterpillar, they have a structured approach for certification, and employees' growth is connected to the wealth level. They will be having an internal program.
What could you please repeat, like for new products, what was the methodology?
Yeah, new product development means, you develop something new, but at the time of launch itself, you want a Six Sigma quality. You want the best in class quality. Then there is an approach, DMA-DV, define, measure, analyze, design, and verify. And particularly using DMA-DV method for new product development is known as Design for Six Sigma, DFSS. All right. So we will be, slowly gaining a deeper understanding. And this is a philosophy. You can apply it in wherever there is a process. Yes, you can apply the Six Sigma methodology. So define means you understand the problem. Then you measure the intensity of the problem. Then you analyze for the root cause, not for the symptoms. Then you improve. Improve means you optimize the X so that your Y will get optimized. Now, control means you monitor and control the X so that your Y will never be under trouble. So define phase, problem understanding. Problem understanding means you are able to express the problem using a number. That number is nothing but CTQ, critical to quality characteristics, right? It can be hardness of the material, it can be surface finish, it can be, some kind of defect, or it can be turnaround time. That means you are able to express your problem in the form of a number. Then you measure. The issue during measure is, you should measure without error. Then you analyze. Now your focus should be on the root cause. Then you improve. Improve means you correct the X for improving your Y. That is called optimizing X. Once the problem is solved, you continue monitoring and controlling the X so that your Y cannot be a problem again. This is called the Six Sigma way of problem solving. This is called the Six Sigma methodology. So 5 stages can systematically eliminate defects, also eliminate waste. Very powerful methodology. And in this program, the define phase is again divided into 3 simple steps. Measure phase divided into 3 simple steps. Analyze, improve, control. The Six Sigma methodology is nothing but 15 simple steps. That is what you are going to learn from tomorrow onwards, step by step. 15 simple steps can solve any kind of problem that you want to solve, right? And right from beginning a project until handing over the project, everything is a step-by-step approach, and that is going to be your learning experience. And see here, there is some mapping of tools phase-wise. Define phase, there are certain tools which are frequently used and highly recommended for the define phase. Similarly, for the measure, analyze, improve, and control, you can find them in the course material. But then what you need to do is you need to gain a thorough understanding on each and every tool one by one, and we will be learning them, some of them as part of the LOL program. and again some more in the green belt, and the journey will continue. So I think now you got some idea. Before we close, let me just do a small cross check about your understanding. If you don't mind, you all can again come on video to answer this question. Tell me, what is the focus of Six Sigma? What is your option now?
To reduce defects.
For
Reduce defects.
Reduce defects.
To reduce defects.
Reduce defects.
fantastic. Fantastic. Six Sigma originated from which company?
Motorola.
Motorola, correct answer. Who is known as father of Six Sigma?
Bob Galvin.
Bill Smith.
Bill Smith. What is the focus of Lean?
Waste.
Reduce waste.
Reduce waste. An organization want to improve their existing product, which methodology they should use?
DMA.
Improvement means DMAT, development means DMAT-V.
DMA.
DMAT-V is otherwise called as, what is the other name for DMAT-V?
Design
DMAT-V is otherwise
DFSS.
called as Design for Six Sigma, DFSS. Effectiveness means, what is your understanding? Effectiveness means what?
Lesser defects.
Reducing the
Improve the quality.
Producing defect-free products, offering defect-free services. In general, defect-free output. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Right.
That means you should always focus on doing right things. Do things right at the first time. Do things right at the first time.
Right.
Efficiency means what?
Lesser waste.
Reducing waste.
Lesser waste. Very good.
Capability.
Consuming only required resources. Waste-free operations. Staying productive throughout the day. You never involve in any kind of unproductive activities. That means the focus is doing the right things in a right manner. Doing right things is Six Sigma, and doing it in a right manner is Lean. We need both. Root cause analysis. When you want to solve problem, root cause analysis means you should identify the critical factor. Critical factors are nothing but root cause. After identification, you must validate. We'll talk all of this little later. After identification, validation. After validation, relationship. Whether the factor is related positively or negatively. And you should also try to understand sufficiency. How many root causes are there? Sometimes we solve the problem and still the problem will continue even after the project. That means you have not understood all the root causes. Isn't it? You have a pot with 3 holes. If you want to retain the water, then you must close all the holes, isn't it? If there are 3 root causes, you must fix all the 3 root causes. So that is called sufficiency. There are tools which can tell you whether you are taking the right actions, whether you are taking the sufficient action or not. So I would like to stop here and we can continue from here tomorrow. So tomorrow we will be starting with define phase and then moving on to measure and then moving on to analyze and then moving on to improve and control. So that's going to be your learning path. Thank you so much, all of you.